Welcome back. Well, we have a very exciting exhibit coming to the William King Museum of Art, and it has to do with an animal that you might have seen around one local town. I've got Betsy White and Russell Vasemeyer here with me from the museum. Tell me a little bit about Unleashing the Wolf.
I'd be glad to, yes. Unleashing the Wolf really is referring to the wolf story that was in Abingdon at its very beginning. The legend has it that Daniel Boone and his dogs were attacked by wolves who were in a cave in Abingdon. Lots of wolves around, I think, in those days. This was in the 18th century. And really, the true story is that prior to that, some years before that, maybe 20 years before that, one of our first settlers and people who were exploring the area was out there and referred to this area as Wolf Hills. And so that's really when it started its name as Wolf Hills. But Daniel Boone's story is the one that has been kept alive. And so what we're doing, partly in celebration of the Virginia 250 early history of Abingdon, is referencing that by having the first of a every 3 year different competitive sculpture exhibit. And we're calling this first iteration of it Unleashing the Wolf.
And that's so cool to know because I always see the wolves. And in fact, I've actually seen some businesses talking about Wolf Hills. So it's good to know the history there. So how does it work? Do you guys already have the wolf sculptures ready to go? And how many will there be?
Yes. In fact, we just got the last of them yesterday. They were just delivered. There were about 6 of them. They were all done by contemporary artists, most of them regional, I must mention. And they're all mostly made out of iron. We have one made out of clay.
Clay sounds cool. How does that survive the elements?
That is fired.
Okay,
and they've
good.
also put a special paint on it, so it should be stable.
Well, good. And how did you go about selecting the artists that were featured?
Well, generally we hire an outside juror to judge that for us because, you know, if you get somebody from within the museum, they might have their biases. And that way we can assure that we're getting a certain level of excellence. So we asked somebody to jury for us, and they selected the artist.
Well, that's fair. And it's going to be a great exhibit. So it's 3 years, but you're kicking this off with a 3-day event that's kind of going to run the same time as the Virginia Highlands Festival. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, of course, the Virginia Highlands Festival is long-running in Abingdon, and we're all very connected to it. And so we were delighted to be a part of the Virginia Highlands Festival in this way. So that's why we chose that. So it kicks off that weekend of July the 24th. So it'll be the 24th is our main day for our Unleashing the Wolf.
Is that a Friday?
That is a Friday.
A Friday. Okay, so we got an early weekend. So if people do come out to the main day, what can they expect on that Friday?
On that Friday, they can expect to see the wolves. They can expect Russell to be there talking, as well as 1 or 2 of the artists themselves, and a brief tour of the exhibit. And let's let Russell elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, Russell, tell me about it.
Well, yes, I'll just be giving a brief presentation. In fact, we have all of the artists who've said that they want to come to present to the public. What we'll do is we'll just sort of talk about the sculptures out front. They found a home on the terrace for now while we prepare our landscaping before they're surrounded by flowers later on.
Beautiful.
And the artists are going to make presentations, just about 10 minutes, talking about their inspiration, talking about how they made the sculptures, and, you know, just their process in general. I think it'll be really fascinating.
That'll be great, and it's a little bit of history, but beautiful in art as well. So that 3-day event is going to be happening this weekend, kicks off on the 24th and runs through the 26th. But don't worry, if you missed that, you can still see this exhibit. You could go check that out at the William King Museum of Art. And here's a reminder of our question of the day. Today's question is, would you rather work remote or at the office?